everyone, thank you for coming back to my channel. So yesterday I've made a short video regarding the download that I had a day ago during early in the morning for a few hours, and then yesterday I've spent the whole day to ask God if my interpretation was correct or if anything I missed. So okay, let's get started. This is a Julian calendar converter to Gregorian. So you can see the 27th, this coming Sunday, actually is 14th day, which is Donnie Darko said is the end of the world. It's not our December 14th, it's the December 14th in Julian calendar. On the 27th, in Elon calendar is the 12th day of Tibet, and 11th month, 13th day in Chinese calendar. In Strong's 1214 means to cut off, break off, gain by violence, be covetous, finish, fulfill, greedily, be given to covetousness, greedily. So please remember this pattern. The first date is Julian, the second is Gregorian, the third is Chinese, and then the last one is Enoch. And the rest of the video, I will not repeat that. Next Monday, the 28th, is the 13th day of Tibet. So, as I mentioned in my previous video, this is the day that the saints will transform into God's warriors. At the same time, simultaneously, the time stops. No more time. And if you remember the astronomy signs in the heavens, the sun is moving towards on top of the head of Sagittarius on the 27th. So I think that's at the same time that's is the very reason why in Donnie Darko's movie, December 14th is the end of the world, because on the 27th, the sun is moving towards the head of Sagittarius. And the 28th and 29th is right at the center of the top of Sagittarius' head. Is exactly like a crown. So the 28th is the middle of that 3 days. The saints' transformation happened. God stopped the time. So that is coincide with Jesus' betrayal, Last Supper on that 13th day. It's exactly on that day he knew what is going to happen and what he needed to do, and his purpose. He fully understands. He's fully known exactly from the beginning and the end. That is saying on the 28th, after the transformation of the saints will know exactly what will happen and what they need to do, and their purpose, their position, their roles in this end times war. Then Tuesday the 29th is the 14th day of Tibet, which means is the full moon, and Jesus' crucifixion and Passover. Moses brought Israelites out of Egypt, Exodus, and so that should be the day of rapture of the saints. That is also the day Israel rabbis introduce Antichrist to the world and claim that Antichrist is the world savior. Judgment will start on that same day, the 29th, because Exodus, the Israelites hiding in the houses, and God's judgment kill all the firstborn of the Egyptians on the 14th. The 29th is the rapture of the saints. The kickoff events start, tsunami, earthquake, etc. At the same time, when they reveal Antichrist, darkness begins. So 3 days of darkness begins on the 29th. The next day, the Wednesday, is the 30th. So it will be the end of the first day of darkness and the beginning of the second day of darkness. Then the 31st will be the end of the second day of darkness and the beginning of the third day of darkness. The Friday the 1st is the end of the 3 day of darkness, because it's the 17th of Tibet, which is the whole world will be back to 2013, January 1st, exactly the same date, but a different year. Is back to the beginning of the 7 years of tribulation, 2013. That is also the beginning of the rapture of the believers for, I think, for 40 days individually, I have attached a picture of that movie, The Apocalypse. That is exactly is what will happen after the saints got raptured, and then the believers will follow one by one. That movie is exactly describing that event, because the believers will, they are lukewarm before the saints got raptured. So since the kickoff events happens, then the lukewarm turn back to trust Jesus. So that is during the chaos, the disastrous events. One by one, God will ask them if you believe, and if you believe, one by one they've got raptured out. So that is for 40 days. That is the first January 1st, the New Year Day, beginning of the second rapture. The second rapture is for the believers. On top of that, January 1st is the beginning of the time loop. So the time loop, I will explain it a little bit later. But this is the beginning of the time loop for the first half of the tribulation, 3.5 years.